Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I am Nerdarchist Ted, and tonight we're going to play some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. We're set in Under the Dome. This is our post-apocalyptic fantasy world. Uh, and you can jump down the description below where you can find a link to all these wonderful people when they're not here on Nerdarchy. But aside from that, we're going to dive straight in. Previously on Under the Dome, Balaria. The black sands whispered beneath the dome as our unlikely agents descended into the heart of the Gilded Blossom, the narcotic lair of one of Balaria's insidious thieves' guilds. Inside a collapsed greenhouse of glass and rust, they uncovered a horror disguised as industry. Beneath glowing vats of acid oozed like humanoids. The plasmoids were dissolved, their essence siphoned to birth living drugs, symbiotic narcotics that fed on desire, hunger, and knowledge itself. Amidst the fumes and alchemical light, the party made their stand, freeing the captives, looting what remained of the Bloom secrets, and discovering 3 shimmering vials, each containing a writhing living symbiote. Returning to the smoky streets of Balaria, they delivered their report to Archmage Riven Soltor, the cold architect of their freedom. His expression unreadable, he thanked them for their service, then dismissed them, as one might dismiss the tools returned to the shelf. Back at the rusty chalice, the group examined their spoils under the flickering lantern light. Buzz, the construct, studied the vials in silence, and one by one merged with the entities inside. 3 symbiotes: hunger, curiosity, and whispering empathy, fusing with the clockwork veins and alchemical oil into his shimmering, until his eyes shimmered with alien light. Beyond their walls, soldiers moved through the smoke. Riven's private guard, silent, efficient, merciless, infiltrated the Bloom at his command, sealing away evidence, silencing witnesses, but in the heart of that empty lair, one truth remained. The Thorn Mother was gone. Somewhere under the dome, the matron of the Gilded Blossom still breathes, and the city of Balaria, restless and alive, holds its breath as the darkness of night fully descends upon you. Each of you secreted within your rooms, whether you're sharing a room or having your own, feeling content with your first adventure for Riven Soltor taken care of. You think it's time to settle in, whether your eyes close in reverie, in sleep, or stasis. They close. In the shimmering darkness, you all begin to feel different, wrong, moved. You're not quite sure. But when your eyes awaken, you are no longer in the tavern. You're no longer in the room where you once laid to your rest. Smooth walls and silent laughter is all that surrounds you. Hold up. You awaken an empty hall of black glass, the surface beneath reflecting your forms, though distorted. One reflection smiles when you don't. Another looks injured. From the shadow, a sinister voice says, "One of you does not belong. Find the truth, or none of you will wake." Within the room, a single grand door of white marble stands at the far end. It hums with faint light. What do you do?
So we all see each other like kind of after we technically went to sleep.
So again, whether you were separated or, I know some of you were alone, some of you might have been together, but collectively you are now within a single chamber.
Doris, what do you make of this? With your wisdom. Well, frankly, do any of us really truly belong anywhere?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, while I'm willing to entertain a philosophical question, I wasn't here when I slept. So I know I don't belong here.
I wanna examine the door.
So it feels heavy, it feels solid, but it's definitely a door. What are you looking for?
I cast to detect magic.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh gosh. Dave, say it ain't so.
It's not a poison effect, is it?
It is not.
That's a 7.
That's a 7. You are blind.
Oh gosh.
Seems overrated.
So I'm going to say that you cast your spell, and for a moment you see everything around you glow, like the walls, the floor, the ceiling, the door, in just a blinding flash. So not only does your senses, your eyesight overload, but the shared capacity of your multitude of symbiotes now sharing your form, and in essence your senses, they too scream into your head.
Folks, I've got a bit of a problem here.
Oh?
1, everything is magic. 2, I can't see a thing.
That's horrible. We need to find a way to fix that.
I can try restoring it with lesser restoration.
If you can bring back my eyesight, I would, yes, greatly appreciate that.
So, as an artificer, you are intelligent. Are you going to deactivate your spell before they cast lesser restoration?
Yeah, that was not great the first time, so yeah, I would definitely do that.
I figured I would save the spells of the party because you're smart.
Dave,
It was not a trick. It was literally your spell overloaded your senses.
Dave, can you see through your symbiotes or through your machine?
The symbiotes themselves were blinded as well.
Oh, okay.
They share his senses.
We collectively went, fuck!
Okay, so it's not like it's just attacking biology or just machinery.
No, it was my spell.
Okay.
Yeah, so all 8 of us were like, fuck.
Oh.
Same time.
Ted, can I do like just a round of insight on everybody to see if maybe one of us is an imposter?
If you wish to do that, with each person you can roll persuasion or deception and let Doris know the corresponding number.
Okay, we'll start with Buzz. Natural 20! I mean, I feel like that was wasted because we know Buzz is Buzz. He's doing that.
I mean, he goofily did something. It has to be him.
Right? I was like, well, that was the most useless nat 20 I've ever had.
I am certain that you have had a more useless nat 20.
Probably.
Well,
I
with
mean,
an 11, I was not going to deceive or persuade you of anything.
All right. So
okay.
You fully believe that he's Buzz.
Okay. Rill. We'll just go down the line. Oh, that's not good. This is so true to form.
It's because you can't read Rill. Rill's
Right. No, that's...
by you.
Yeah, so I have a 7.
And I have a dirty 21.
Yeah.
Well, if you had a
Still
natural
can't.
30, if you had a natural 21, I would be worried.
I would not be worried. I'd be impressed.
I mean, I didn't roll a 20.
I mean,
Okay,
you
Hannibal.
have a die that goes from 21 to 40, so I could technically do it.
That's delightful.
14.
This is why we're friends.
Carlos, I have
Who are
14 on
moving
you.
to next doors?
I'm sorry.
14 on you.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something. I'm not gonna tell you it's persuasion or deception. But
Oh, lovely.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to tell them what you're rolling.
I matched a 14.
So who beats here? Do we just re-roll?
So I would say at this point in time, you're not sure.
Oh. Okay. Jelena.
Gotta believe me.
It's cocked. Cocked what? Okay, hold on. Let me change this fold here. There, my dice tray was being dumb. Okay, that's a 13 for Jelena.
Okay, I did a 20.
Oh, yeah, I can't tell you either. And then, 17 for Kane.
Dirty 20.
Oh my gosh! Oh wow!
So the only one you are confident is Buzz.
That's
Everyone
wild.
Everyone else is, unsure to suspect.
Hmm.
Well, at least you narrowed it down.
But you don't know that. I just. Okay. Well, she looks around the room and says, maybe it has nothing to do with one of us being an imposter. Maybe it has to do with how we got here. I certainly don't belong in this city because I was in the middle of the Black Sands Desert when I was swept up by a chaos storm and dropped quite literally on the front stoop here at the city, the front gate. So I suppose I don't belong.
I mean, I'm just drifting on.
What was the exact wording? Does anybody remember the exact wording?
One of you don't.
One of you does not belong. Find the truth, or none of you will wake.
Well,
I can
That
safely
doesn't-
tell you that I came into the city illegally, so I do not belong either.
well, I actually don't sleep, so I don't belong either.
I'm always on to someplace else. Keep that trail going, So my intentions are not to belong here.
You said there's a bright light, right?
Sorry.
No, Buzz had cast Detect Magic
Oh.
on the door, and the amount of magic that surrounds you is potent enough that it shut down his senses.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a light on the door or something like that.
No, there is. You are in a small room made of black glass, and the only thing noticeable is a white door of marble on one wall.
If I stomp on the glass, does it seem like it's stable?
You're walking on it. It's
Okay. Yeah.
not breaking or
Of course,
cracking.
then, okay.
I will, while I'm inspecting the door, I want to see if it's if there's any traps or anything like that on it.
I'd make an investigation check.
I would love to do that.
While that's happening, is it safe to assume we have all our physical equipment on us?
These rolls, I have to change these.
Yes.
dice. That's a 10.
So as you look, you do not notice any traps. There is What languages do you speak?
Good question. Oh, that's over here. Common, deep speech, Gnomish.
So there is, you're proficient in Arcana, right?
Yes.
All right. So you see sigils around the door that you recognize the alphabet as Draconic, but you can't speak it. But it is like faintly scribed in on the framework of the door.
So no traps, Buzz, right? No traps, Buzz.
This is completely clear.
I go into my clothing and then pull out a thieves' kit. Well, if you say the coast is clear, I guess I'll see what I can do with the door. And thieves kitting it away.
It's not locked.
Oh shit! So as I'm trying to all right, guys, stand back. We don't know what's gonna happen.
You gotta do that, and I just push it.
So I'm like,
So as you push the white door, you're expecting it to swing in, when in fact that white light for just a moment that you saw, Buzz, you all see, but not to a blinding degree. The door falls forward, but rather than impacting with the floor with the heavy thud you would expect, when it would hit the floor, it just goes through it. The walls around you do the same thing, expanding. The world comes into focus with the sound of breathing, your own, echoing 1,000 times over. You stand on a floor of black glass that stretches endlessly in every direction. Beneath it, faint silhouettes move like things trapped under ice, whispering too softly to understand. The air feels heavy, as though it remembers something you've forgotten. Each step you take sends ripples of reflection across the floor, distorting your image into something almost wrong. Ahead, the shadows shift and coalesce into familiar shapes. Scenes from your past, a campfire, a battlefield, a face you once knew. Yet something in each memory is off. A word you never said, a wound that wasn't there, a smile that shouldn't be. And then a voice, soft as silk and cold as stone, whispers from somewhere near and everywhere at once. Find the truth, or remain echoes of yourselves.
Well, Jelena, you're the most spiritual here, so what is the truth? Tell us, O wise cleric.
Well, we believe the truth is in the light.
Is there a
So
light?
If it's true, it'll light up. The sun will bless us with knowledge.
Is there a light in here, Ted?
There is not.
So it's all fake.
Buzz's machine eyes glow, and I know he's real. Kane, what about that purple gemstone in your chest?
Or?
Yes!
I mean, it's always been purple. If that's what you're getting at.
Is it true?
Is it weird that this whole place kind of looks like me?
Are we inside you?
That'd be weird.
That would
Especially
be weird.
The junkies. I don't want them in me.
Who has the highest passive perception amongst you?
I have a 12. Pretty sure that's not it.
I have a 15. I think
I'm
somebody has a
10.
16.
I'll have 13.
I have a 16.
All right. So, Doris, as you're talking to Kane, Kane, what is your normal demeanor? Like, do you hold yourself stiff? Are you animated? What is your normal posture?
Definitely very stiff and kind of standoffish.
So, Doris, as you're communicating with Kane, he's standing there, probably, arms, tucked in, frustrated at, what is going on here. Yet, the reflections down below show him pacing back and forth. So the same kind of energy, but far more mobile. As you look around the room, there's a reflection for each of you. And some, at times, look like they're just a straight mirror. Other times, it's like a polar opposite or a comedic version thereof.
Does this room extend anywhere? Are there doors, or is it just the room, the one door we came through?
You went through a doorway, all of the walls exploded out, and you are now in a endless room. You do not see any walls. You don't like, only blackness is overhead.
Can we see each other's reflections?
Yes.
Okay. You will notice. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just want to point out, you will notice that Rill doesn't always appear as a drow.
Mm.
Okay.
So, I will draw attention to what I noticed with Kane and with the apparition, and then look at him and say, "Are you the one that doesn't belong?"
If you're trying to talk to the floor does not respond back.
So he's not in here anymore.
What was that?
I think he was speaking to Kane.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I belong. Other than, I think the only thing different about me is I don't do magic like you guys, but I'm pretty sure I'm me.
I mean, should we really be listening to strange voices? That
Don't you listen to a lot of them?
they're not strange to me.
That was a really good comeback.
I know who Fred is.
I know who they are and where they come from. But this voice, we don't know whose it is. It could be an enemy. It could be, I don't know, it could be anything. Some trickster. Look at this place.
I look to my reflection. What is it doing?
All right. So you tell me, share a memory, a moment that stands out for your character.
Ooh. When he first got chosen to be part of the chorus of my dome.
So you're part of the Hollow Chorus. This is a prestigious, group that fully bonds with and accepts symbiotes. Not everybody is into this, and it's a prestigious event. these symbiotes are perfectly suited for performances and charisma, and they are carefully weeded through because there are plenty of harmful symbiotes out in the world. So as you look through this image of you standing there with a variety of folk who have, completed their studies and their courses and proved, not only are they talented, but they are worthy to accept such a gift.
Mm-hmm.
So as you look into this, you can choose to engage and embrace this moment, or you can try and tear your eyes away from it as it seems to be trying to latch onto you.
I'll embrace the moment because that moment was a happy one. Before I knew what it really entailed.
Right. So, give me an insight check.
Hell yeah, 18, baby.
18. So you're able to kind of look through the image and kind of reshape the elements that started to feel like they're going wrong. And as you do so, a subtle little twist here, a subtle little change there, you don't know how a slight tap and change fix the colors or the people that are involved, but now it's displaying everything as it's intended, and you feel disconnected from it, not from the memory but from the floor, as if your steps are now just a little bit lighter, each other's distorted images little blurrier.
You know what? And almost like that guy that just got done a course in Photoshop. I rearranged my past as best as I try to want it to be. Being fully well aware of what I did, knowing is possibly not real, but I do say, catch tiddlywink of pride.
And you feel just a slight pulling at your center, if you were to head in a direction that would be accurate. It's not enough that you're compelled to move forward, but you have a sense of where to go.
I just told the group I gotta go that way.
All right, I guess that way we'll go.
Yeah.
Stick together.
I proceed going that way, wherever that way is.
Oh, that is why I said we're heading to, or at least I
Yeah.
am.
So
Yeah.
as Carlos, as you begin to move forward, you seem to be making progress away from the group, but
Guys, hurry up.
leaving them
Come on.
behind.
Guys, I'm barely stepping at this rate. Come on. We gotta
So-
go.
With that in mind, I will look down at my own reflection.
And what do you see, Buzz? What scene from your past lurks below you?
So Buzz looks down, seeing himself in a dimly lit chamber. He's sitting at a desk. It's got a couple candles on it, which is illuminating what's on the desk. Off to the side, there's a pile of books, and the other partially written on pieces of parchment and ink and inkwell and quill. But in front of him sits a pile of grind. This very granular, almost like a sugar-like substance, but it has a kind of a prismatic look to it as it reflects different colors of the rainbow off the illumination of the light. And his hands are kind of trembling as he kind of like just touches it. And as he's doing that, something slithers up across the books and to his trembling hands that are hovering over this pile of grind. He's so fixated on it, he doesn't even notice as this tendril kind of like slithers up one finger and then begins wrapping around it, and almost comically so, it just keeps stretching from the darkness until it fully begins to encase his whole entire left hand, then arm and shoulder, and his head snaps up. His hands begin to stop, or his hands stop trembling, and he pulls them back for an instant. He grabs the piece of parchment that hasn't been written on, and kind of scoops up the grind and kind of makes like a paper envelope out of it. And he just kind of whispers and mutters himself, maybe not today, and then tucks it into his robes that he's wearing, which he's dressed much nicer than the hobo garb that he usually wears. They're not like expensive robes, but they're decent, right? They're serviceable. They're not, covered in filth and tattered. And he gets up kind of like muttering to himself, talking to himself, having hearing, anyone there was there would hear like the one side of a conversation he appears to be having, where you can't see anyone else. There's just the strange goo that has crawled up his arm.
So that's the memory that Buzz would have. But after the thing crawls onto your arm and you're getting ready to swipe the grind away, knowing that today's not the day, the scene changes. Rather than being crystal and powder, the pile of grind shifts and changes. Clawed hand bursts forth from the pile, and then another, and then another, and then another, until a quadruped made entirely of grind, its teeth made purely of grind crystals, protrusions, eyes that almost mirror Buzz's own. It seems you get the sensation of an insult. How dare you resist its call?
Can I take that a step further?
Was that? Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, with that kind of like disdain that it has for me, it leaps over me and then sinks one of those crystalline claws into my back, into my shoulder. Then almost like a Stretch Armstrong type figure, the other claws follow until it's completely has its claws sunk into my back and buries its grind teeth into the back of my neck. And this like tug of war begins happening with Buzz as the symbiote that crawled on him is trying to tug him one way, and this monster on his back is tugging him the other.
So how does Buzz react? Are you going to fight against this scene, knowing that it's not what happened that day, or are you going to accept that this is the reality of that time?
So Buzz waffles back and forth and begins screaming. And, drops to his knees and begins pounding the floor of the reflection and screaming. And as he screams, 7 more voices inside of his head kind of add to the scream and the anguish. And he's torn. It's whether he denies it or accepts it. And I'm just gonna roll a d6. Odds is denial, evens is accept. That's a 4. That's evens. This is who he is, but with his collective, it doesn't have to be who he stays. Some days.
All right. So you're attempting to accept the rewritten memory. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
All right. Not impossible. It's a 15.
That is a 15. So the memory of you saying "not today" vanishes, replaced now with this mental battle, a physical manifestation that you absolutely recall the grind fully coming to life, latching in its claws and teeth into you on that day that you found that first symbiote. The strength that you feel that it gave you wasn't entirely enough.
I will try and flee the thing that is attached to my back.
Well, you just as Carlos did, you've accepted the memory and everything. It's all a memory. The thing isn't currently on your back. You were just looking into your past, and now you've been slightly rewritten. But just as the other did, you no longer feel that distorted image below. Everything seems natural and right. Everyone else's visions get a little bit blurry, and you too feel a pull in your stomach in the direction that Animal went.
There's kind of a catch to that, Ted,
Sure.
because before he was brought to this place, he was downstairs indulging his symbiotes, his new ones.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I want to say there's a good chance that Buzz is high as fuck right now anyway, and he really can't distinguish between the memory and what's going on right now.
Okay. Well, I'm not modifying your roles based off of your physical condition at the moment. But however whatever you wish to do with your takeaway, that moment of your past has been changed.
Okay.
At least,
Perfect.
at least based off of your own memory. Do with that as you will.
Will do.
Who's next?
I guess I'll go. I'll look down.
All right. So, what is Jelena envisioning a moment from her past?
Does it have to be happy?
It can be whatever you like.
Oh, okay. Let's do. It's kind of a blurry vision, but the first day she arrived at the city, not this one, but the other one that she calls her home. She was real little, probably like 5 or 6 at the oldest, maybe. And a beautiful winged woman dropped her off at the front and a whole bunch of priests came out to collect her.
So, in this particular version, a winged woman drops you off. And as has been described to you, this was like a moment of joy for Jelena. Were you young, or was this like as an adult you were dropped off?
No, she was young. Very, very young.
So it was told to you this was a joyous occasion, that, you know, you were too young to remember, so your memory of it, you feel, was something that has been crafted, molded, sculpted by people who want to lift you up. And everything about this moment seems like a joyous thing. Yet, as you appear down, the blur distorts, and the woman, while absolutely stunning, you know, pure perfection of her features, of her wings, her gown, everything just screams, you know, that just draws the eyes in. But the callousness of which you are literally dropped off, your body is met with a thud as you're literally cast off, a look of disdain upon her face utterly warps and twists the view of how it was described to you by those who raised you, by those who sought to bring you into the light, to the flame that you have been following for basically as long as possible.
Well, I got dropped off the bus.
So, do you accept that this is reality? Do you accept that this is...
I mean, is the memory like, is it covered in light? Or is it kind of like hazy? If it's got I'll accept it.
It's hard for you to tell.
Okay.
Based off of what Jelena knows. This does not match what you were told. Were you told wrong, and that this is accurate, or is this not accurate?
Nah, we'll go with it's not accurate.
All right, so go ahead and make either Arcana or a religion check.
All right, we got this. It's fine. Where did my religion go? There's religion.
If I had $1 every time I said that in real life, where did my religion go?
14. Is that enough?
14.
Yeah.
So you sense that the memory, the vision, is being manipulated. But your power to change it to what you remember is not enough. So we'll come back to this. You break away feeling unsure. You feel strain. But as you pull away, you don't feel quite as content as the others. You feel that there is a, you still have that. You forcibly pull yourself away. The other visions, everyone else's does have that bleary quality. You can still feel that pull from the center. But you will start next session with a level of exhaustion.
Oh boy.
Who's next?
So, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
All right. What you see for Rill is just convalescence. It is a long recovery after some kind of injury. Just kind of a time lapse of sitting, of stretching, of being told not to push too hard and being frustrated at being told not to push too hard.
So as you lie in recovery, the scene overlaps itself as if you're watching multiple moments. You've done many missions, some successful, some not so. You've been given similar speeches. Rarely has anyone, come in and give you full praise, full congratulations. Your missions are not something that typically have been 100% success, because in a place like this, you're always competing against so many things. Be it time, be it against others, or full-on organizations. The Hollow Veil is not exactly a easy organization to please, and the Forgotten Thought that you find yourself in has not been overly generous with its praise. It is either well done or do better. This time, you're finding each of these overlapping memories, all after-action reports, if you will. The times that you succeeded, they changed from, an overwhelming success down to you barely made it barely out alive. The times when you failed, you were literally rescued by someone else. Utter failure. Everything has been pulled down to a level that lessens the impact that you've had for this group. Punishments harsher, rewards lessened. Looking down, you see yourself in your different guises, and you feel lessened by it. How do you react?
I mean, that's pretty much already exactly what happened, so I just take it on the chin, man.
So, even though you acknowledge that, you have your memories of these things, but what is being shown to you is a lesser degree. Your failures worse, your successes less so.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to accept that. I'm kind of an arrogant bastard.
All right. So then you're gonna need to make either an Arcana or a Religion check to fight against what is going on.
We start every session with a point of inspiration, and I would like to cash that in presently.
Absolutely, go for it.
My second roll is a nat 20.
Nat 20. That is going to be a success. So what you see is you see these moments, and while you don't detect who it is that is behind it, but you do see like the machinations, the string of manipulation, and you're able to kind of cut the cords and get the details right as the vision fades and you kind of like stand back up of looking down into this reflected image or layers of images. You acknowledge that you are who you are, even if you are multiples through these visions. And again, the last two reflections of your companions, begin to get a little blurry, and you feel the same pull in the direction as the others.
Okay.
Who was next? Kane? Doris?
I'll go.
Alright, so as I look down at my reflection, I do notice that it is pacing back forth, and the memory begins of the night before I fled Gorville. What it is the heads of House Maldrith had just told me that I was going to take a dive in my next fight, but not to worry, because my opponent would let me beg for mercy and spare my life. But I know better that nobody is given mercy in the arena, and that I am being set up to be killed off.
So as you see this memory, time begins to go at a rapid pace. You remember yourself fleeing, but there's a fracture in that time, and the image itself splits, and in one aspect you see yourself fleeing the city. You see yourself moving away, knowing that you are sacrificing everything that you have built. But in that same crystalline fracture, you see yourself saying, acknowledging, okay, for the house, I will do what need be done. You strike your hand to your breast, you bow your head, and you see yourself the following day in the arena, giving your all, at least, in part. And you get to that moment where you make that decision to throw the fight, to give yourself for what need be done, knowing that it's probably due to someone betting an obscene amount of coin on your loss, and you see this wicked axe coming down towards your neck after you begged for mercy. What do you do in this moment, seeing both sides in this vision?
I've spent many a days in the arena, and I know, like I said, mercy is never given. I fight off the wrong memory of me giving into the house and accept me fleeing.
So I need either on Arcana the waves of energy towards the correct vision.
I'll go religion. Oh, that's horrible. That's very bad. I'm using
to use your inspiration.
We're not even going to talk about that one. Oh, that's bad because that's the exact same thing. So both were crit 1. But I do have tactical mind that adds a D10 at the expense of second wind. Can I use that?
Is that for skill checks?
Know if that will... Yes.
That absolutely.
I don't know if adding 10 to nothing is going to make a difference, but
Well, do you have any modifiers, or are you just rolling straight dice?
No, my modifiers are -1, so I'm rolling 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's. I'll have you save the ability. I don't do anything extra for those moments of double ones. But part of me wants to. I want to embrace that evilness, but I'm not gonna.
I get
Um,
it. I get it. That's it's fair, but that sucks.
So you, for a moment, you are trying to pull yourself away, from this vision. You acknowledge that there is something wrong here, but I know you don't have the power to change it. You see both things, and before you can actually break away, you feel the axe come down. You see your head slump to the ground, blood spurting out of your neck as your body topples over. You can feel the pain on the back of your neck. You know what? I'm gonna do this just for shingles.
A little shorter, guys.
So you're going to take 28 points of psychic damage as the blinding pain shoots through your head, seeing your own lifeless body topple over before you physically push on the glass and wrench yourself away. I'll let you decide. You feel the wrench coming up. You can decide if you decide to vomit or not, but you feel like you have to. If you want to,
Does
if
a
you
rock creature
want to
vomit?
But
Rock candy?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Have headed off towards, last but certainly not least, Doris.
So, you see this twilight forest with skyscraper-sized trees and walls of luminous enchanted stained glass, and this sectioned off portion with a younger, though not much younger, Doris and another woman standing in a grove together. And Doris is not dressed like you're used to. She actually has this really fancy ornate dress that looks almost like the cloth is woven to look like petals and leaves wrapping her body, and her hair is up with once these swamp tendrils are kind of all pulled back into an ornate design with blue flowers blooming out of it. And she holds in her hand this jewel on a chain, a red gemstone, and she looks at this other woman and says, the council wants to preserve this for its legacy. And the truth is, our legacy is that this will regrow our dome. Our dome is dying. And she sort of catches a falling leaf. This is our last chance to save it. What do you choose? And
so as you look at this memory, you know that you've got this item that's supposed to help save the dome. And you go to your belt pouch to pull it out, and it is not there. You blur through your memories of the previous day, and you remember setting it down next to your bed in a place that it couldn't be safer. And when you woke, you remembered it being in your pouch, that you had to move it along. Yet, as you look back now, you didn't take it off the dresser. You didn't put it into the pouch. You remember doing so, or do you? But it is not here now. You were entrusted with this item, and it is no longer present.
she watches this scene, it would have been better this way. Because then she couldn't have given it to them. And she rejects the memory and instead embraces her leaving of her dome.
You reject the memory.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make an insight check. As you reject the memory, I need you to make either an Arcana or a Religion check.
Okay, it's going to be a straight roll either way. 15?
15. You look to the memory. You say, no. That is not how it was. And you reach back through rewinding time. And as you awake, you force the item to appear where it is expected to be. You wake, you pick it up, you smile, you examine it, you place it securely within your possession, and you go about your day until it has been passed off. The dome is saved. You can breathe easier knowing what will happen. You two feel that pull as you are able to head off in the direction, no longer bound to this area of shattered and corrupt reflections. All of you, as you begin heading off, another light, sudden, blinds you. As you move through the space, everything changes. You stand in a ballroom of impossible beauty. Gilded chandeliers hang above, though no light touches them. The walls are mirrored, every surface reflecting your movements in strange delay. At the room's center sits a grand table draped in crimson cloth. It is laden with steaming platters of roasted meats, sugared fruits, decanters of glimmering wine. The scents are intoxicating, nostalgic. Meals you've loved from places you no longer recall. Then, from the side of the table, movement. Your reflection steps free of the mirror. It smiles warmly, gestures for you to sit, and in your voice, perfectly matching, says, "You've done enough. Let us take it from here." As you sit, each duplicate looks to you, says, "We are what you could have been. Sit, eat, forget the pain. We will live for you." Do you choose to sit or not?
Pain is a part of life. Dead things don't feel it.
Well, I've had a day. So, as my mirror image pulls the chair open, I'm like, "Thank you for being such a gentleman." Sit down. But that's just what I do. Everyone else.
So do you sit, Hannibal?
Yeah.
All right. So you sit. As you begin to eat, we'll get back to that in a moment. Your duplicate, comes over to the group, standing, smiling, acting very much as you would. Buzz, I know you're not a eater, but would you sit? Either you are muted or you are not talking.
Yeah, it helps if I'm not muted. Buzz takes a step towards the chair and begins to pull it out. As I guess the other Buzz that's offering to take his pain comes up to him and are like standing nearby, and this creature with a maw that's like kind of appears on Buzz's back, and his maw is like digging into the back of his neck, like he's sucking on it like a lamprey. He's got crystalline claws, and it kind of looks like like a hairless pug with a lamprey maw. And as the other Buzz approaches, it kind of straddles the two of us with its claws dug into faux Buzz and real Buzz, as he's contemplating sitting in the chair. Then, in a fit of rage, he snatches up the chair. And as he does, the creature stops straddling the two of them. He lets go of faux Buzz as Buzz tries to smash the chair down on the table.
All right. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. That's a thing I can do. Well, I really don't like that roll. I'm going to use my inspiration and try again.
Okay.
Doesn't happen to be poison, does it?
No, it is not poison.
Mind poison. Oh, that's much better. That's a 21.
All right. So you bring up the chair, and you can describe what it looks like. But
Yeah.
you refuse. Go ahead.
So the chair smashes through that section of it. Kind of would only be the section where he himself would be kind of sitting, and things that are within arm's reach, almost like a bit like a shark bite, out of the table. The chair shatters on the ground, and he kind of hobbles, over to the group as he pushes faux Buzz away, muttering to himself about, this is who he is, like the memory.
So as the chair crashes down on the table, the reflection image of yourself kind of stands there, leaps back as the pieces fly everywhere, and he gives you an affronted look and turns and walks away. You can see that creature still attached to his back, similar to yours, but it steps into the mirrored surface of the wall and vanishes. For the moment, you're no longer casting a reflection here. All right, how about you, Doris?
When the Hannibal comes to join us, Doris looks at Hannibal and says, "Well, this is what they always want, isn't it? Believe the pretty lies, eat the good food, and let everything just be as it is. Believe that things are saved." And
so what would Hannibal say here, Carlos?
Hannibal or faux Hannibal?
What would Hannibal say in this moment when Doris would say this to him?
I mean, a little bit of sugar and anything tastes good.
So as these words leave the reflections image, I'm certain there's enough nerd in all of you that you've seen something that's been badly dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you see. The words come out in the exact time frame that you would expect, but as the mouth moves, it's not moving along with the words. You still hear Hannibal's voice. All of the mannerisms are there. But it just looks off.
Time to embrace the storm. I would like to.
So are you refusing to eat? Is that what I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, and I want to attack his shadow, because I am a monk of the shattered flow. So I want to try to shatter this illusion, if I can.
All right, so the first thing you're gonna have to do,
you're
gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, inspiration. Okay, that's better.
I'm assuming you're using my stats for this, so I'll be able to tell you hit or miss.
So 18.
Yeah, meets beats.
18. All right. So
Meets beats, yeah.
Well, there's a wisdom saving throw first.
Oh,
All right. So you easily push past it.
Okay.
Your reflection pretty much responds the same way that Buzz's, did. Doris acts, very much, affronted, and as did the other Buzz. She turns, walks into the mirror, or the mirrored surface of this room, and for the time being, you no longer have a reflection.
So I was trying to attack Hannibal's reflection. Not my reflection, Hannibal's.
Right. But the first thing you had to do was the wisdom saving.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So what was that 18 that you gave me? That was that?
That was a wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you want to attack the duplicate. So go ahead and make an attack roll on Faux Hannibal.
Okay, that is plus what? Plus 6, so 21?
Yeah.
21. Would that hit Hannibal?
It beats my AC of 18.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. So my damage is 1d8 plus 3. Let's go. Rolling those good Nerdarchy dice, that's a 7 plus 3. So 10.
10. So Hannibal, you take 14 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I'm actually wanting to use one of my special things if I can.
Sure. So let's resolve this one attack first.
Okay.
So real Hannibal takes 14 psychic.
Oh, what the hell was that?
I need you to make either a persuasion or intimidation check with this attack.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I am not great at those. 18 on the die plus deception is plus 1, persuasion is plus 4 actually. So let's go with plus 4. So 22.
All right. So you accost Faux Hannibal, and if you wish to keep attacking, by all means. But as your punch passes into the image, you don't feel the resistance that you would normally expect. A lot of you would see the real Hannibal clutching at his head as he's sitting at the table. But Faux Hannibal, issues some statement. Carlos, how would Hannibal react to being insulted in this situation?
Ooh, mighty words come from a used up bag. That's what Hannibal would say if he was put in this exact predicament.
So, he says that, and he turns and, as the others have done, walks into the mirrored wall. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Hannibal.
Sure thing. Not terrible at those. But we do have dice, inspiration, so I will be patching that baby in.
I'm sorry, Carlos.
I don't know how this is worse, but it happens. I mean, I could have rolled 2 nat ones, right? 6.
Poor Tate.
Right?
Did you say 6?
6.
All right. So whatever you are choosing to eat off this table, it tastes exactly how you want it to taste, but only for the first fraction of a second as it touches your tongue. But as you begin to savor it, that secondary second, it all turns to ash in your mouth. maybe it was that first bite. Let me try again.
Yeah.
And for just that split second, perfection. Followed by your mouth full of ash. So you get to
Waiter.
join the level of exhaustion club tomorrow.
Cool. I was like, waiter, this meal is terrible. I think I'm checking out without paying my tab.
All right, who wants to make a choice next?
I'll go.
All right, Jelena, what do you choose?
Okay.
Do you choose to sit at the table, or do you resist?
About that, I would like to walk within 15 feet of the table and light them on fire with burning hands. I am not setting.
All right, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Am I still at the table? Like, ah! That's my question.
Can I just say I love Jelena only for this right now?
Is a 15 enough? If not, I will use my inspiration.
A 15 is enough.
Okay.
So, your image does just as the others have done. Well,
I'm gonna ignore it.
They scoff. They give you a look. I imagine. Maybe there's a little bit of thaumaturgy going on. Eyes flashing with the flame that you so desire. Before turning on heels and disappearing within the wall.
Yeah, they're lucky I don't light the mirrors on fire too. Piss off.
Real Kane? Who's next?
I'll go.
All right, Kane.
I'm not sitting down.
You're not sitting down. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
So D10. Roll. So add 9, so 14.
That passes.
Sweet.
I think Kane, faux Kane. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he says anything. He just glowers at you, and then
Does
turns.
he have a head?
Away.
Because this is the Kane it's supposed to be. Does this Kane have a head?
This Kane does have a head. So he glowers at you, before turning and walking into the wall. How about you, Rill? Are you choosing to eat, not eat?
I am choosing not to, and my save is 16.
All right, you you two stand back and say I'm not going to get involved in this. And a flippant gesture, a roll of the eyes. I think this faux Rill does a similar situation. Turns and walks, casts one last look back over their shoulder. Looks at you, and makes a canted threat. They'll see you again someday. Before stepping into the mirror.
Counting on it.
As the lot of you have, or most of you have chosen not to eat. The table vanishes, and a staircase appears where the table once was. The descent feels like endless, like falling through silence. When you finally reach the landing, the air is colder, heavier. A faint blue glow reveals rows of stone slabs. On each slab, a body. Your body. Every scar, every twitch, every detail perfect and still. Across each forehead glows a single rune, pulsing like a heartbeat. The silent breaks as the same disembodied voice murmurs again, now closer, now intimate. You cannot leave until you leave something behind. Your body trembles as if listening for your answer. The rune flares brighter, bleeding soft white light that pools like milk across the stone. You feel the weight of decision. Something inside you knows that whatever you give here, you will not get back.
Can I give Hannibal? I kid.
Give
We
up
go
some
way-
grind.
We go way back.
All right, Riven, have we passed your little test yet? This has to be the work of some sort of mage.
It would have to be a really powerful mage.
Like a mage lord, maybe?
Wait, you guys think this is real? Ain't this a dream?
I mean, I feel like this might be beyond even an archmage. This is something else.
I mean, I figured... One, I was sleepy, and I figured maybe you might have slipped me something, but it's not the first time you haven't.
Wow, well, that might be true. The truth is, we're here. If it's a dream, and I'm here, I don't sleep. The closest I've ever come to sleep is the dream lily. I don't even know if that is true sleep.
No.
That's why you guys gotta be a figment of my imagination, right?
What about
Hannah
when you
truly
took that
believes.
stuff?
Hannah truly believes like this is a dream. That's why he's just been big chilling.
What stuff?
When he took that stuff at the bar and passed out.
Perhaps.
Could it be like that? I went in his head. It was trippy in there.
I mean, grind is one hell of a drug.
Ted, does this feel anything like when I had my dream leech trip?
No. The trip was far more I hate to say it, trippy, whereas this it feels far too lucid. Like, you don't feel like you've known these people long enough to be able to make this many decisions that they would make.
This isn't the same. The dream leech was like, that was just like reliving things that happened. You know, just this one scene, just not much at all. You know, and I think I saw some other things too. But this is something else. This is so real. That was strange, and it happened, and it was kind of real, but was also really trippy. This is completely different.
So if somebody wants to make an insight check, feel free.
Can I Arcana to like what to kind of determine what I think level of magic would be required to do everything that's happened?
Absolutely.
With my insight roll, I still believe this is a dream.
Apparently, I do too.
That's a 22.
22. 22 Arcana would let you know that the vast level of magic to produce something like this would have to be intense. While you are aware of the term Archmage, you don't necessarily know exactly to what degree that means. You know, there are those that have power that use that term, but like, we could be talking like, oh well, you know, they've just barely scratched the surface of the upper echelon of spells, to those who are literally rewriting the laws of magic themselves. You know, it is incredibly potent. But with a 22, you know that there are a variety of sources that exist within this world that could do something like this, but you don't know whether, like, someone like Riven, you don't know what his capabilities are. So with a 22, I'm going to say it's a little indecisive.
Well, I wasn't actually looking for like specifically him per se. I was just looking for like, do I have some kind of hierarchy that I could put together to place this in?
Sure. So what I'll say is, with a 22, the possible speculations, this is some kind of demiplane, and someone has kind of pulled you here, and has controlled the rules for how this interacts, and that could certainly be done with the right rituals. Does it make sense for Riven to do something like this? Probably not, but maybe one of his counterparts. There was a little bit of sinister laughter, so perhaps this is connected to the Carnival of Chaos. You don't think that they're potent enough, but you guys did just mess with the Gilded Blossom. So maybe someone within that realm, or someone that they know, are trying to mess with you guys in return. Those would be like your likely culprits.
Do we know what it wants us to give up? Like, are we talking like this is like a spooky hag type thing where like you give up one of your dreams or one of your memories or something, or is it more like physical, like we give up like so much gold?
You can make whatever interpretation you want off of that. But whatever you are offering, it is an offering. Whatever you choose to give, you lose forever.
And this is a gonna happen type thing, right?
It said, like, you cannot leave until you leave something behind.
All right, well, I leave some of my inspiration behind. One use of my bardic inspiration is forever gone. Is that okay with you?
Oh.
Done.
All right. As I'm hoping it lets me go.
So yeah, as soon as you walk over to your body, and you see yourself, every aspect of the body lying there completely mirrors how you are now. And you put your hand down upon the cloth rune that lays across your cell's forehead, and I give of my gift. I leave that as how I impact others behind. As you do so, the lot of you sees Hannibal just collapse into a pile of sand. The stone slab where the body lays, the rune lights up, and the slab falls into the glass floor. Two of the body, the slab, and Hannibal gone.
Yeah, because like I figured it would.
Carlos, roll a d8 and just hold it for me until everybody's done.
Okay. I mean, I chose that because I figure it would have been like I give up my bullseye lantern. You know, it would have like try again, buddy.
This is going
Okay.
to want something that matters, isn't it? And so she reaches in this. Her bag of holding looks like an old lady's purse, like a carpet bag style purse. And she reaches in like shoulder level, so well past where it normally would be. And she pulls out one of those multiple smut books that she bought, and this one is her favorite one. And it is called Three's Company and Four's a Centaur. And she lays it on her body's like in the hands, just kind of lovingly, and she's like, "This is a good one. Don't let anyone under 18 read it."
All right, I'm gonna be slightly more evil.
Okay.
So
I did.
you place the book upon the forehead of your duplicate. As the book makes contact, there is a slight flash. Everything that you know about this book leaves your mind
Aw,
forevermore.
it was so spicy.
Forevermore. If you ever pick up another copy of this book, it is jumbled.
Oh.
If anyone talks about it, the buzz in your ear makes you unable to hear anyone talking about that book.
So sad.
The slab, the body, vanish into the floor as Doris, too, turns into a pile of sand.
Just before that happens, you see this vast look of incredible disappointment. And just, oh.
You wouldn't, because you don't know what you've lost.
Buzz will shuffle on over, and his hands begin to tremble as he reaches into his backpack and pulls out 3 vials of Balarium distillate, and then refined gleam smoke crystals, in addition to his dream leech. His whole entire stash, he's just going to drop down. And it's really hard for him to let go, but he does.
Need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, I'm good at those. That's a dirty 20.
So, as you place these items upon the runic cloth on this slab, your body shakes. You know the impact that those things could have. Your numerous symbiotes, some craving that which you now cling to. They have it too. They sense this loss. There's a primal scream within your head as all of this happens. You rip yourself away, dropping these vials down, almost reaching back for them. But as soon as the vials are on the cloth, the thing vanishes into the ground, just as you drop into sand as well.
Yeah, just so you know, that was over 1,200 gold pieces worth of stuff.
I will make note. All right, Rill, Kane, Jelena. Who's next?
All right. I will sing a little song. Like one of those things that'll keep you awake at night in your bed because it's like earworming you.
Mm-hmm.
It is of personal significance. I am not going to explain why.
Sure. So you're leaving behind a song.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of this song?
Not anymore.
So, all memories connected to this song, those that sang it to you, those who you sung it to them, those moments, all gone. As you whisper it one last time, the rune on this cloth glows. The body slides into the floor, and you two turn to dust. Oh, everybody that's turned to dust, if you haven't already, as you do so, please roll a d8 and save it for me. Kane, Jelena? Who's next?
Alright. I'm going to give it my childhood blanket I've been carrying it around. But I'm also going to flick my ears.
Describe this blanket.
It looks like it was hand, like woven, I guess.
Sure.
It's orange. And it has like little sun patterns on it. I got it from the priest.
So, rather than place this upon the cloth, I imagine, you step up and you place it within, like, the arms of yourself. I imagine, like, if this is done in a loving way, like you literally move the arm to hold the blanket, to put it in the crook of the arm. And as you're satisfied that it has departed, the body and the slab fall away. You no longer remember this blanket, the times that it soothed you. Gone forevermore. And then you too vanish into a pile of sand. Roll that d8 for me and hold it. All right, Kane. Last but certainly not least.
Alright. Kane walks up and takes a cracked house insignia that he's had, that he was given as probably the one and only person he ever knew, as ever seen as close as a friend could ever be, gave to him as he was dying after a fight. And it's meant, he's held it with him, and he's held it in every fight. And he places it onto the cloth.
The memory of this dying moment, this gift of importance, flies from you as the sigil makes contact. Body of the slab falls below, and you vanish, the last, into a pile of sand. All right. All right. Carlos, you were first. You said you rolled a 6.
Yep.
Carlos.
Yes.
All right. Sorry.
Can you hear me,
I did not
or-
hear your head shaking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure my microphone was working or not. I said yes like 2 times.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear. I apologize.
Sorry. No. It's
Um,
probably my mic. It's been acting goofy lately.
So, all of you vanish into piles of sand. Wherever you were when we ended last session, you come to in that place, unsure as to whether you were physically in that space, forcibly transported, or whether it was all a dream.
You're telling me I passed out in the middle of the back alley?
But as you begin to move, Hannibal, you don't know how long it takes, but eventually you will notice that your shadow now seems to be like a half a second behind where it should be. Buzz, what is your roll?
I got a 1.
You got a 1. At some point in time, you will look in your pack and you will see a shard of black glass. When you look into it, the reflection in this tiny piece of glass seems to blink independently. Doris, what did you roll?
I got a 3.
You got a 3. When you look at your reflection in water, it doesn't move completely in sync with you anymore. Rill, what did you roll?
Hear me?
Now we can.
2.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah.
You have found in your possession a white marble key that you don't ever remember where you picked it up. Kane.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. You have a faint scar that now goes completely around your neck. Angelina,
I have a 4.
you have a 4. So your left hand now bears a faint glowing mark that fades when it's touched. It resembles the rune that was on the cloth placed upon your body.
Were we clothed during that? Or were they naked on the slabs?
Whatever you envision is what was there. If you envision them clothed or covered in a cloth, I only described their head and a cloth above their draped across their forehead.
Okay.
Whatever
I
you
had
want
the
to
whole
envision.
showing up to school without, that thought.
Sure.
Or giving a speech without pants.
So you come to some of these details you won't immediately find, but it is what it is. You were uncertain whether this was transportative magic, whether it was a dream, but all of you have been changed somehow. Whether it is from someone you thought was an ally, someone you thought was a foe, or whether it was someone just trying to mess with you, you're not really sure. But, Halloween's in a couple of days, and I decided to, try to mess with your heads just for a little bit of fun. So even though we're a few minutes early, we're going to end here. So come on back next week, and we'll see where these adventurers take this story next time. Don't forget to check the links down below. You can, of course, always find new content over on nerdarchy.com. This is Under the Dome, and Monday's my day for Under the Dome blog posts. You can always go check those things out over there. And until next time, stay nerdy.
Nerdy.